Oh, and Everton are so difficult to get the ball back from. They crack it against the post. I thought that was the equaliser. We have finally made it. We are officially a Premier League team. Redmont Rangers in the top division in English football. Not top of the league, unfortunately. Some teams have already played their opening fixture. We are about to play our opening fixture in episode, I want to say 67 of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory career mode here on EAFC 24. So, streamed the off-season a couple of days ago. And we made some big signings. Some big changes to the squad. Not in terms of departures, but in terms of arrivals, certainly. Caceres Jr., one of the guys that we brought in, is going to play a really important role in the centre of midfield for us this season. We've given him the crucial squad role. He is our highest rated centre midfielder. So he's going to make a big impact. Gabriel Jesus up front for Everton. This is going to be the interesting thing this season. Seeing where all these teams stand currently. So it looks like Johnson, the ex-West Ham right back, is going to start for Everton. Igor, the ex-Brighton centre-back there. Franklin looks like a youth academy player. They've still got Onana. They've got Joseph Willock in centre midfield. Willie Nonto on the left and Gabriel Jesus up front. A couple of interesting players on the bench there as well. Joe Garner maintains his place in the Everton team. João Pedro has joined also from Brighton. And they're going to focus on playing down the wing. In terms of our starting 11, we have the same formation as we did last season. At the beginning of last season anyway. We have the same back five as we did last season. Josh Key, Caleb Taylor, Jesse Cartwright, Bert Greaser and Barley Mumba. We did sign Kieran Trippier in the off-season. So Josh Key's place in the side is not up for grabs exactly, but under threat, I think is probably the best way to put it. Caceres Jr. was probably one of our biggest signings in centre midfield there to pair with Alex Lowry. The other being Ismail Assar. So left wing. I think he's going to make a big difference to the side. He comes in and he is our joint highest overall player immediately, along with Caleb Taylor. Josh Sargent continues up front. Alex Petit plays out on the right. We can't see our bench. However, couple new additions on the bench. Alexander Bobek as well, making his debut for Redmont Rangers between the sticks. Couple of new signings on the bench as well for Redmont. A new kit as well, complete with the Premier League stamps on the left and right upper arms. But here we go. Finally, we have made it. Redmont Rangers are a Premier League team and the inaugural Premier League season for the club kicks off. Not the most difficult of opponents that we could have got in the opening game. Everton, probably you would imagine one of the worst teams in the league. And it's a poor pass from Alex Petit early. Jesse Cartwright does really well to come across and deal with it, but I think we're going to learn quickly that we can't get away with doing things like that in this league. That's a terrible challenge. That could be a red. That could be a red, and it is. An absolutely rash challenge from Diatta in the opening 2 minutes of the game. Barley Mumba turning back towards his own defensive line. And it's an absolutely wild, reckless challenge. So, potentially our day has just become a little easier. Ismail Assar drives at the Everton defence for the first time, loses the ball. I don't want to speak too soon, but that should put us in good position to get something out of this game. Not the most difficult of opposition, and now they're down to 10 men. Nicely worked here from Redmont Rangers early. Caceres picks up the ball, loses it in midfield. We targeted Caceres because he was a fairly versatile midfielder. We did also bring in Jamie Shackleton on a permanent deal. He played so well for us on loan last year that I thought he deserved his deal to be made permanent. We've also got Alex Lowry, who's a far more attacking option than Jamie Shackleton, as Ismail Assar puts it in towards Alex Petit. Josh Sargent's in the area. I think Alex Petit did win the header there. Couldn't put it on target though. So we brought in Caceres mainly so that we could pair him with either Jamie Shackleton or Alex Lowry, depending on, you know, depending on the situation, depending on the opposition, pretty much. Josh Key high up the field. His place, as we said, under threat from Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier, a player we targeted for his dead ball ability. That's something we struggled with in the past, not really having players to take free kicks and corners and that sort of thing. So Kieran Trippier brought in on just a one-year deal with the intention of being a threat from those dead balls. So Everton doing well to weather the storm here early on. They're going to have to do it for the duration of the game, you would think. However, they are going to have quality in the side. And I mean, we've seen that they have got quality in the side. And they're making it show at the moment. Gabriel Jesus up front only needs one chance. We have to ensure that he doesn't get it. Nonto on the left-hand side as well is going to be dangerous. And here is Jesus wearing the number 11, interestingly enough. Bit of possession for Everton now, but cut out well by Caleb Taylor. Alex Lowry turns out. Caceres is up with him, and Ismail Assar is outside. Caceres lays it off to Ismail Assar, who does well to get there. Ismail Assar, we're going to try and have cut in from that left-hand side and take shots at goal. Alex Petit, we're going to set to stay wide and put crosses in. So kind of two approaches on the two different flanks. Both Sarr and Petit being primarily right-footed players. Good pressure high up the field from Josh Sargent and Alex Lowry. Ismail Assar is going to have to drop in and defend probably more than he's used to in this system. I think he's going to form a really dangerous partnership with Bali Mumba this season though. Bali Mumba tried the pullback there. Alex Lowry and Josh Sargent both in good positions. Oh, and a support pass. Josh Sargent making a really good run. Everton defender gets there first. Alex Lowry to Alex Petit. Josh Key is there with him. Alex Petit puts a really good ball in. Caceres challenges for the header, but Jesse Cartwright nods it down to Josh Key in the end. Caceres wants it in his feet. While Mumba's on the left-hand side. Alex Lowry's in a decent position, as is Alex Petit. Everton doing well just to get players back and defend. Josh Key puts it in this time. Josh Sargent turns it towards goal. And it is saved by the Everton goalkeeper. Dimitrievski between the sticks for them. No Jordan Pickford. Ismail Assar unable to win the ball back. Do well just to force Everton out wide though and force them to turn back towards their own goal. And there is Ismail Assar linking up with Bali Mumba again really, really well. Bali Mumba can't link up with his old Norwich City teammate though, Josh Sargent. We're looking very dangerous down that left-hand side. I think Ismail Assar is going to make a big difference for us this season. Just with the threat that his pace offers. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Great challenge from Caleb Taylor, though. Stepping across, reading the danger really well. We've gone with some retro kits this year. Away kit remains the same. Third kit has also been changed. Oh, it's a rash challenge from Caceres. Fortunately, he doesn't make contact with the Everton player, and he's beaten there. Alex Petit drops into cover, though. It's nicely worked from Everton. And Caleb Taylor's been beaten. Jesse Cartwright's going to have to come across and deal with Gabriel Jesus, which he does really well, to be fair. Just stands him up, doesn't let him go anywhere. Good challenge from Alex Petit. Can't quite come away with the ball there, though. No. Great save from Alexander Bobek. The defence completely opened up there. All I could do was watch on as the Everton player just strolled through our defence. But Bobek comes out and makes a really, really good save to keep the scores level. And Everton, even though they are down to 10 men, really managing to keep the ball well at this stage. And I think we are going to struggle in the Premier League this season. I anticipated that coming into the season. And I think this first half is showing us that we were right to make that assumption. Bali Mumba's just going to have to clear, but with the pace of Ismail Assar, any clearance can easily turn into a dangerous attack. Oh, Ismail Assar just unable to keep the ball as he cut inside there. I think that's going to be something else that Ismail Assar offers as well. Josh Sargent is an outlet ball in terms of a target man, but Ismail Assar is an outlet ball in terms of just chuck it in behind and let him chase it. Really good pressure high up the field here. Oh, and Ismail Assar's just caught out there. Good challenge though, and we do win the ball back. Let's enjoy possession for a little longer again here. Everton have done well to hold on to the ball and just while away some of the clock. Sarah's out to Key. Alex Petit is down the line. Josh Sargent is in the box. Can Petit find him? He can't. Cleared by the Everton defence. Everton defended very narrow, very compact, so space is going to be down the wings primarily today by the looks of things. And Bali Mumba not first to the ball there, and he's beaten out by Willock, who comes away with it down the right-hand side. Good interception from Bali Mumba, though. And Ismail Assar just about manages to find Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent being hassled and harried. He does manage to find Alex Lowry, though. But again, Everton defend well. Intercepted by Caceres. Oh, Bali Mumba just trying to play it through to Ismail Assar. Again cut out by Everton, though. Great challenge from Ismail Assar. He's done his defensive duties well today. And we've got players on the left-hand side. Josh Sargent just releases the ball. A split second too late, though. I was expecting the pass to be released, so I let go of the left stick, but Josh Sargent took an extra touch. Oh, and Everton could be in again here. Jesse Cartwright forces the ball out wide. Josh Key beaten by Willie Nonto, though, and he's into the box. Laid off, and it's a good intervention by Josh Key in the end. He did well to get back and recover there. Gabby Jesus plays a really good ball. Caleb Taylor deals with it again. He's defended so well today, Caleb Taylor. Oh, and I was about to say, here goes Ismail Assar. It's actually a really good challenge by the Everton man. Oh, Bali Mumba's beaten. He almost got to the ball there. Great challenge from Burke Reesa. Can we get him one last attack? I think probably not, but it's worth a try. Oh, and the referee blows the whistle just as I'm about to set Ismail Assar free. So 0-0 at half-time. Not a terrible first half, but Everton have been very, very difficult to break down, and they've been dangerous when they have had the ball. So 62% possession for Everton, just a shot for each team. So we're going to have to try and impose ourselves a little more in this second half as the game winds down. We do have the man advantage, obviously, so think just being patient, trying to work opportunities is probably the way to go about it. Josh Key lofts it up to Alex Petit, takes it down into the box. Dangerous area for the Everton man to make a challenge, and a dangerous area for the Everton goalkeeper there. Bali Mumba picks it up. Viserys is inside him. Bali Mumba finds him. Josh Key is again in good space on this right-hand side. Alex Petit again in good space up ahead of him. Oh, he does well to turn away from the Everton man. Drives towards the box. Josh Sargent is in there. So is the Everton defender. Jesse Cartwright picks it up. Josh Key again in good position to receive. Bali Mumba in equally good position, and Ismail Assar is beaten to the ball by the Everton man. Decent start to the second half though. A little bit of pressure early. As Ismail Assar tries to win the ball back, Bali Mumba releases Alex Lowry. Josh Key's made a great run if Alex Lowry can find him. Alex Petit is going to nod the ball down to Josh Key. Josh Sargent's in the box. Diving header, but he can't quite get there. Really nice pass from Alex Lowry, swinging the ball out towards that right-hand side. We're giving him this free role that he excelled in, really, in the second half of last season. Serres in good position, works it well to find Ismail Assar. Ismail Assar lofts it in towards Sargent, can't win it. Bali Mumba brings it down. Alex Lowry on the turn, fires Redmont Rangers ahead. And it is 1-0. Redmont Rangers in the Premier League debut. Alex Lowry with the opener. He spread the ball wide to Josh Key to create a chance a moment ago. Found himself in the penalty area. And that's the benefit of that free roll. He goes where there's space. He goes where he's going to be dangerous. And where he was dangerous was about on the penalty spot. And he turned and fired with his right foot into the corner of the net. Sean Dyche is furious. But Redmont Rangers are 1-0 up. Really, really good start to the season for Alex Lowry. He's impressed so far today, especially to begin this second half. He's had a really good 5 or 10 minutes or so. And things are looking good. 1-0 up against 10-man Everton. Alex Lowry picks up the ball again, finds Alex Petit this time. The pass is a little behind him. It's not a big issue though. Jesse Cartwright spreads it wide to Berk Risa. I think we have to make sure we win this game. At almost all costs, we need to make sure we win this game. Points are going to be hard to come by this season. Poor touch from Josh Key. I think we might make a couple of changes here, and I think Josh Key is going to be one of them. I'm going to bring Kieran Trippier on for his debut. And I think actually that's going to be... And I'm actually going to bring Brendan Clark on for Alex Petit. I think points are going to be hard to come by this year. So I think when we are up against... When we find ourselves in these kind of situations, basically, we need to make them count. We cannot afford to come away with fewer than 3 points from this game. There's half an hour left. We have a lead. The opposition has 10 men. They're one of the worst teams in the league. That is a situation that we just cannot afford to let slip. Kieran Trippier just doesn't have the pace to get onto that. For that reason, I think it's not going to be long before we slip into our defensive game plan. And just try and see the game out. Caceres has been decent today. He's just picked up the ball in these kinds of positions. And has kind of just kept it ticking over, really. He's made a few good challenges as well. Poor pass from Kieran Trippier. He's not impressed since he's come on. He's given the ball away twice. It's the only contribution he's made so far. Josh Sargent trying to win it back. And he's going to be beaten for pace here. That is the danger with Kieran Trippier. We know he's not very quick at all. We brought him in for his technical ability, not for his athletic prowess. And we allow Everton in down this right-hand side. Gonna have to be careful here. Good challenge from Caceres, and the shot goes over. There's Hans Newman, smartly dressed today, but you can't see it under his raincoat there. He has made the transition from hoodie to suit now that he is a Premier League manager. Not sure how much of a difference it's going to make to how the team performs. Ismaila Sarr can't bring it under control. He's looked dangerous today, Ismaila Sarr. Nothing's really come off for him, but he's looked dangerous. He's looked threatening. He's looked lively. And I think when he sharpens up a little bit, he's going to be a really, really dangerous player for us. And it's Brendan Clark on the ball. Spreads it wide to Kieran Trippier. Pass is a little under hit. Caceres spreads it wide this time to Ismaila Sarr. This time the pass a little over hit. Couldn't quite find the wide man. João Pedro coming on for Willy Gnonto, so a little bit less pace now for Everton. I like to see. Josh Sargent chasing things down and applying the pressure high up the pitch still. 20 minutes to go. I think now is the time to drop into that defensive game plan. Certainly not ultra defensive, but I would like the flat midfield 4 to go along with that flat back 5, and I'd like the fullbacks to stay in and defend a little more from now on. Caleb Taylor comes across, can't quite deal with it. Kieran Trippier, what a challenge. Sliding tackle in the penalty area to dispossess the Everton man. And that was such an important intervention. Let's drop into that defensive game plan. Let's make a couple more changes next time the ball goes out of play as well. Kieran Trippier slips it in for Ismaila Sarr to drive. Again, can't quite cut in from the right-hand side this time. Oh, and we've got players up the field who really shouldn't be there. We've committed far too many players forward. As soon as we drop into our defensive game plan, we leave ourselves exposed. Jesse Cartwright comes over to make the block. Caleb Taylor gets there. Nifty play from Everton in the penalty area. Great challenge from Caleb Taylor. He's probably been man in the match today. And Josh Sargent just clears. Brendan Clark is going to chase it down. 15 minutes to go plus stoppage time. And we maintain that 1-0 lead. And our midfield is just nowhere to be seen. Now that we've made that change to defensive, our midfield is all over the place. And it's a great save by Bobek. I think we're going to need to make a change here. Are we still in drop back? We are still in drop back. This is why. I thought I changed that. So kick and rush. We're going to drop back slightly more. This is why our midfield has been nowhere to be seen. So we need to make that change permanently. Ismaila Sarr is going to come off for Dane Scarlett. And Alex Lowry is going to come off for Jamie Shackleton, adding a bit more defensive solidity in midfield there. Ismaila Sarr again can't beat his man. He's been in good positions today, Ismaila Sarr, but he's just not been able to, you know, squeeze past his defender, cut it onto his right foot when we've needed him to. Those sorts of things. Good challenge from Jesse Cartwright. Josh Sargent is going to drop into position on the right-hand side of midfield now. While Mumba with a good run, overlapping Ismaila Sarr. Immediately he's met by 2 Everton defenders though. Ceres picks it up instead. Alex Lowry in a good position. Shifts it onto his right foot. Can't squeeze it through to Josh Sargent. Good pressure high up the field from the 2 though. Just 10 minutes to go in the game now. I'd like the ball to go out of play so that I can make those couple of changes. And already this feels much better defensively. Drop back is just so awful. It just allows the opposition so much time and space. Your players just kind of set up on the edge of the 6-yard box. Oh, and Everton are so difficult to get the ball back from. They crack it against the post. I thought that was the equaliser. Wiley Mumba just puts it out of play, and we were so close to losing the lead there. Bobek was beaten, but fortunately the ball bounced back off the post. So Dane Scarlett coming on to make his debut for Redmont Rangers as well. He'll be the lone striker. And Jamie Shackleton coming in just to provide a bit more defensive rigidity in midfield. Dane Scarlett offers a bit more pace up front than we are used to. Normally we go for kind of strength and power up front, but Dane Scarlett, a bit of a different type of player from Sargent and Tavide, and from the likes of Jake Dale and Daniel Jefferson, who we've had in the past. Really good intervention from Bobek. He's going to have to get back on his feet though, and he just allows the ball to go wide. About 5 minutes to go. A little more with stoppage time. Estupinian, is that another ex-Brighton player, or is that a different Estupinian? Everton really pushing for the equaliser. We've done well to hold on to the lead. I'd say we've certainly been fortunate as well, though, to hold on to the lead. Wiley Mumba travels with the ball at his feet. He's given it away, though, and he's now out of position on this left-hand side. There's poor play from Wiley Mumba. You can't be making those kinds of decisions at this stage of the game. Back in position now, though. Forces it back towards the Everton goal, which is absolutely fine. Dane Scarlett putting in a shift to apply pressure as well. Sarah's coming across into stoppage time now. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes is all we need to defend for to get 3 points in our first ever game in the Premier League. One of those minutes has already expired. Dane Scarlett trying to make sure the second expires before Everton can get another attack in. Josh Sargent doing the same. Everton do manage to. What a great challenge that is from Dane Scarlett. Jesse Cartwright with the ball at his feet. Kills a bit of time. And the final whistle does go. And the Redmont Rangers captain claps his hands and pumps his fist, as it is 3 points in our first ever Premier League game against Everton. A good performance. A shaky performance. Not one that inspires a massive amount of faith, because although Everton were down to 10 men, they did dominate possession. They did create far more chances than us, but we nicked a goal when we needed one, and we held on to the 1-0 lead until the final whistle went. So some positives to take away from the game for sure, but 60% possession for Everton. We only managed 2 shots on target, and we allowed them far too much of the ball, especially in that second half. But it doesn't matter how you get it done. All that matters is you get 3 points on the board. And there is Hans Newman in his fresh suit, looking sharp. Xeras Jr. was decent on his debut. I thought he played well. We were definitely nervous towards the end, but we gave ourselves something to hang on to. And what did we do differently today? It's all about hard work. The hard work we put in the off-season. So, couple of games for us to quick sim here as well. We played against Everton. We have got a game against Leeds to quick sim, and against Cardiff away in the Carabao Cup to quick sim as well. So we'll probably rotate the side, not for this game against Leeds, but for the game against Cardiff certainly. Alex Petit was a player who had a lot of interest from other clubs over the summer. We have held on to him for now, but I did say if teams continue to show interest in Alex Petit, who are going to move back to right wing, then I think we will have to sell him in January. All depends on where we are in the table. Oh, and this guy actually looks pretty good. This was a player that was suggested during the off-season stream as a potential player to bring in. And there's a bit of depth for a single season. He doesn't look like a terrible option. He's 34 years old, so not ideal in terms of age, but does still look like he's got something about him. So for this game, I think I will bring Jamie Shackleton in over Alex Lowry. And I think I might leave things the same other than that. I'm actually going to put Tavide on the bench over Scarlett. But second game of the episode to Quick Sim versus Leeds United. Let's check out their team as well. No massive signings in terms of recognisable players. But a handful of players in there who definitely aren't on Leeds in real life. So at Elland Road for this one. And we actually lose 2-1. Bert Creaser does get on the score sheet. But 2 goals, one in the 87th minute from Brandon Aronson, nullifies Bert Creaser's effort, and we do lose our second game in the Premier League. So 3 points from a possible 6 is definitely not a terrible, return. If we win half of our games this season, we will certainly be safe. So I'll take that. Leeds not the most difficult of opposition either, though, so we do definitely need to be competing with the teams around us this season. So, Carabao Cup game against Cardiff City is one that we are going to rotate the side for. Matthew Garbutt is going to come in and play alongside Jamie Shackleton. Brendan Clark is going to come in for Alex Petit. Atkinson can actually play on the left-hand side as well. Armstrong can come in for Risa. Trippier can come in on the right-hand side. And we will put the remaining reserves on the bench for this game as well. So, and actually we can play Nathan Baxter in goal. So heavily rotated 11. Carabao Cup is certainly not top of the list of priorities. It's actually firmly at the bottom. So let's see what we can do here against Cardiff City. We do win 3-1. So Tavide scored 2 in the first half. Brendan Clark scored in the second half. So not a bad start to the season at all. A win in the Premier League. We're through in the Carabao Cup. We are going to take some stopping. Hans Newman thinks we can always score goals. I'm not so sure. But team morale is high. Board confidence is looking good. And we have a game against Man United to look forward to in the next episode. So pretty positive overall in our first episode of Season 5 of the Redmont Rangers Road to Glory career mode. We sit in 9th position in the table. We're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. New signings have begun their Redmont Rangers career well. So things are looking good early in the season here. How long that lasts, we do not know, but we shall find out. So next episode, we will be taking on Manchester United at home. So visit from a big club to Redmont Arena for the first time. We do also have the summer window closing. So we'll go through deadline day. We then have a game against fellow promotees Sheffield United. And I'm not sure if something's going to be filled in here. A cup game potentially. If not, we've got 2 weeks off. So there could be an extra game in here that we'll take on in the next episode. If not, and it's if it is just an international break, which it could be, it will be Burnley, which will be the 3rd game. Obviously, we're going to play Man United out of those 3. Or potentially, we could play Sheffield United. We'll decide in the next episode. Playing Manchester United at Redmont Arena would obviously be something of an interesting fixture. But it might make more sense to play against Sheffield United. Just accept that we're going to lose against Man United and lose in Quick Sim rather than during in an actual played game, and take on Sheffield United instead. A team we're probably going to be competing fairly vigorously with to try and secure our place in the Premier League. So take on those fixtures in the next episode. I hope to see you there. Take it easy.